In this video, I will explain to you what happened behind the scene for this live stream. I will put the link for that live stream in the description below. So without further ado, have your lab coat ready and let's go. Now I am in front of the lab. It's very important for you to come and check the place where you want to do live stream in advance because of two reasons. First is to check the internet. Second is to set up your equipment. Always check the internet first before you set up your equipment, because you don't want to finish set up everything and then only later found there are no internet. No internet, no live stream. As easy as that. So now let's go into the lab. If you rely only on Wi-Fi to do your live stream, for example, your school Wi-Fi, your university Wi-Fi, or your workplace Wi-Fi, please make sure that the connection is fast and stable. You can do that by just simply go to the speedtest.net and check your Wi-Fi and click go. Here, it's not even detect the Optimus server. So we can see that the internet is so bad here. If you look down here, you can see that there are almost nothing. There are no bar at all at this like internet symbol. And now you have see there are like 3 bar, but later on it become 2 bar and become 0. So it's not really what we call stable here. So now you can see it's become 0 again. So that's not good signal for live stream purpose. And here is a little bit more stable. It's a full bar now. The reason for this is because I am under this router. Okay, but problem now I am outside this lab, so it's no use. Anyway, when you are in the lab and the router is outside, the signal get decreased because of the wall. But previously I am able to conduct like 4 hours live stream uninterrupted, this live stream in the same lab using the same Wi-Fi. 3 days before, I tried to conduct the same thing. I tried to conduct a live stream, but then I failed. Student is there, everything is ready. I open the Zoom, I keep disconnected. And when I'm connected to the Zoom, I saw that student is frozen, everything is lag. So I have to cancel. So what makes a difference? Because I'm using the same lab and also same Wi-Fi. On one hand, I can do like 4 hours uninterrupted. And 3 days ago, I can only do like 5 minutes and then keep disconnected. Maybe this is because of the day. 3 days ago is a Thursday, it's a working day. So people come to work and they use the Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi is shared. So the day that you choose might influence the connectivity. But today is Sunday. So it's not a working day, it's a weekend. But still, if you can see just now that there are no internet, the internet is not stable. Maybe because that 4-hour live stream is done during the early pandemic time when student is not in the campus. But now student is returning to the campus. So even on Sunday, the internet is being used by all. I just recently found that there are wide connection in this lab. In fact, I think this any lab in the university, you have this wide connection. You just need to find it. So I found this thing, the cable, the LAN cable. So let's put it here. So we go again to the speed test. Now we click go. We can see now the numbers, so it's responding. So this is download speed, so it's around 90 plus. It's pretty good. So at least I can hear what student. So I will see the student not lagging in my Zoom. But what's more important is the upload speed. So that I want to make sure that the student can receive what I give them. I mean, can see what I show them without too much lag. So both download and upload is around 90 megabit per second, so which is pretty decent for live stream. So if you plan to do live stream in the lab, try your best to find first any internet port available in your lab itself before you rely on the Wi-Fi. Because using this wired connection, you'll get this more stable connection. But of course, this wire is quite short. Sometimes you want to do your live stream in the next room. So you need to be ready with something that is longer. Okay, prepare this long cable. After you're done with the internet, only then you can think about setting up your equipment. So now internet is done, let's go and see the setup. After the internet, you need space. For example, let's say I want to use this table as a place for me to perform my experiment during the live stream. There are so much items that you can put on this table before it becomes cluttered. Remember, during the live stream, you want to minimize any movement because every movement costs time. Everything should be in your arm reach. Even if I have this entire table in front of me and also entire table at the back of me, I cannot just simply put an item or my things over there, and over there, because I need to go there, I need to walk in order to reach that item. Plus, if I walk so much, suddenly I'll become out of frame. And for that reason, an empty space like this, an alley here, which is near to where you want to do live stream, the demo place, is very useful. Because now, you can bring the trolley in and put your stuff here without obstructing your demo place. Next, ensure you have a good lighting, especially in this demo place. Because no matter how good is your camera, if you don't have a sufficient lighting, the image will turn out poor. The light here, I can say pretty good. I have this indoor light on top of it, it's quite bright, and also I have this window over there, so I can get this natural light from outside. If, let's say, you don't have this good lighting, you need to have something like this, like what we call external lighting. Also, with respect to space, make sure the place where you want to do your demo have a sufficient power outlet like this, because this is important if you plan to power up some equipment during your demo. If not, you must be ready with some power extension. After checking the internet and the space, only then you can think about the equipment. The first equipment to consider is always your PC or your laptop. It must be good and powerful enough to handle all your audio-visual device. Of course, you can use this smartphone or what we call the budget laptop for simple one-to-one live stream like Facebook Live. But if you plan to use multiple view from a different camera and on top of that you use an external audio source, then you must have something that can handle that. PC is ideal, but I'm choosing laptop here because it's portability. The more powerful your laptop, the more device you can connect to before you notice any performance drop. If you're using Intel processor, I recommend at least i5 and above for a decent streaming experience. I'm using this specific laptop because it's run on i7, and also it got many ports. If you can see here, it has this USB-C, you have this HDMI, two USB 3, and also another USB, normal USB, I don't know what, 1 or 2, and then this is LAN port. This many port is something that you can really find in the modern laptop nowadays. The more port you got, the more device you can connect to. If your laptop only got a few ports, you can always find an extension hub like this. So you got an whole extra slot for that. This extension hub connect with the USB-C. The problem now, my laptop only have one slot for USB-C, and this slot is for my power cable. Normally, during the live stream, I will not rely on laptop battery because connection with other audio-visual equipment later on will surely drain my laptop battery faster. So I need an extension hub that is special, that have this power delivery option. So this extension hub, you see here, they call it, they say power delivery, I don't know whether you can see or not, okay, PD, power delivery option. What it means is that I can charge this laptop through this hub and at the same time utilize all the extra slot here. So simply take this power cable, go to the source, and then this USB-C go to this PD, the power delivery slot on this hub, and then this USB-C go to your laptop. And then you on it, you can see that this laptop is already charging. You see the color there? So by doing that, you can still utilize all the other slot here. Once I got my laptop and extension hub ready, I will now decide what I want to connect. To decide, I need to plan ahead what I want my audience see during the live stream. Because I will do my work here in this table, I need a view from the top, and that will become my main view. And because it's my main view, it must be capable to cover this large area underneath it. So I'm using this particular webcam because it has this field of view up to 90 degrees. In order to mount this webcam on the top, I need something to support it. For that, I'm using this boom arm. Let me take it. The boom arm, and then I put the adapter, the ball adapter, so that I can slide my webcam there, and then I mount this boom arm to the table. Okay, so that's it. I also want a view from the side, because if I have a cup of liquid like this, if I want to view from the top, yes I can, but if let's say I want to write something on this cup, let's say X here, and then I want to show the audience about this X label, the only way I can show it using this only top webcam is by tilting it, and I will run a risk of spilling this liquid. So another webcam and another arm. If you don't have this arm, you can always use tripod or small tripod like this, or even you can use this, what we call the retort stand that you can find in typical lab. I just happen to have 2 of these, so I just use whatever I have. So that's how you set up the side webcam. I also want my audience to see me during the live stream. Even though I have this laptop and there are webcam on top of this laptop, I cannot use that. Because during live stream, I need to use this space and the laptop will be somewhere on the side. In order to capture my face front, I need another webcam. So let's say I use this webcam, but this webcam have short cable, okay? They are around like 1 meter only, so I need the extension. So you need to find the extension like this. And you can support this webcam by putting it on another flexible tripod. So that's it. So now we're done, one for the top view, one for the side view, and one from the front view over there. And because all this webcam utilize this USB connectivity, I just simply connect to my laptop. But because my laptop already use 1 slot for USB 3 for this wireless mouse, this is where I need to use this extension hub. And also don't forget the power cable. Okay, done. Now it's time to compose the view. During the live stream, I want my audience to see something like this. You can see here, there are big area for the top view. On the side here, there are side view. And over there in the insert, you have front view. So I need a software that can combine the view gathered from this different camera into this. So I'm using OBS, so Open Broadcasting Software. It's free, it's powerful. People use it to broadcast, to compose, and to record their stream. Okay, in the OBS, you add a new scene. For example, let's say we call it testing, and then we click OK, and then we go to the source here, over there, and then we find the video capture device because we want to capture the view from our camera. So it's a video capture device. So we click video capture device, and then let's say we want to set our top view first, top view, and then we click OK. And then it gives you this view. So this is our side view. So because the device here is our side webcam. So our top view is here. So this webcam for our top. So you can see here now it shows the top view. And then we deactivate while not showing. And then we OK. And then now we want to add another view which is from the side. So we go again, repeat again, go to video capture device. But this time we write side view. And then we click OK. And then we know this is our side view, so this is already correct. The device is already correct. So we deactivate when not showing, and then we click OK. So you don't see anything because it's underneath that. Okay. And then we add another view, which is our front view. So add, and then our video capture device again, because it's still a webcam. So this is our front view, and then we click OK. And then now there are nothing here because this device, which is for the side, is already being used now. So we go to this our front view. So you can see there, that is me. So we click OK, deactivate when not showing. So we click OK. So this is bigger. We want this is become what we call this should be an insert which is smallest. So we can readjust it. We just a little bit only. We don't want all this thing, and then we readjust like that, and then we put here. And then this is our main view, the top view. So we just make it bigger, and then we bring it here. Okay, like that. Okay, we bring here, and then this is basically our side view. Of course, when we want to show the side, we don't want this wide view. We just want small view only. So we just cut a little bit here, Yeah, maybe this okay. So we just bring like that, and then we cut. We just cut here. Okay. So it's like that. Okay. So you can adjust as whatever way you want. But basically now you get 3 view from 3 different camera in one composition. Say now during the live stream you want to zoom in this main view. So just click the main view and then go to the properties. And then it gives you this panel. Go to configure video, and then you have this small panel there. So this you just click OK there. So here it's around here. So you can basically go to camera control and you can zoom it whatever you want. Okay, so that's why it's important to have this what we call this this wireless mouse during the live stream, because first, if you think about it, this table, you can see the table here is my computer, but during the live stream I want this table is empty. I just want to put my item for experiment. So this laptop will be somewhere on the side, and you want to control the zoom whatsoever using this thing. Okay, say during the live stream you want to show an image to your audience coming from your laptop. So you want to share, to create a scene of your screen, the laptop screen. So how to do that? Is just go to the new scene, add a new scene. Let's say we put it testing 2, and then we click OK. And then in the source here, because we want to mirror our screen, just go to display capture. And then let's say this is screen, laptop screen. We click OK, you get this infinite loop. Okay, this is okay just because I'm using OBS within OBS. So just click OK. If you make it small, you can see this inside this red border here is whatever your audience will see. So your audience will see your OBS, your audience will also see the control here. And if you want to show an image, for example, this image here, so you can put on your desktop. The problem now, you don't want this control and the OBS itself sort of like in front of your audience. And that's why the second monitor like this can be very useful. Now you can extend the monitor size so you can have bigger monitor but still separate. You can reserve this laptop screen for you to show anything else, but put the OBS or every control here. So now you have extended monitor but still separate. If you have the OBS here and you want to put display an image on this laptop screen, just bring the OBS over here. So your what we call your audience will only see whatever on this laptop screen. Up until now, whatever you do is to compose whatever camera view in the OBS inside your laptop. But when you want to stream, you need internet. So that's why this cable, remember this cable, the long cable, long internet cable, we need internet. Okay, the internet is there. When you have internet, you can already start streaming. So inside the OBS here, you can see this start streaming button here. So just click that. So they are asking you about stream key, so I don't have it. Just open the setting. We want to see what happened, what inside that. So go to stream, and you can see the list of stream platform. So you can stream from OBS straight to Facebook Live. Here you can see Facebook Live, and also you can stream to YouTube. Okay. But here, if you try to find in this what we call this list, there are no Google Meet, there are no Zoom. But I'm using Zoom. The reason that because I can control how many participants enter, and also I need the attendance record. So Zoom can do that. So let's open the Zoom. So create a new meeting, and then you see this feed. So this feed at the bottom here is basically coming from my laptop camera, whereas the one that on the top here coming from my webcam that I set up before. So let's test the speaker first. Yes, okay. The audio. That's good. Okay, yes. And then join, and then you have this. Let me close this thing. And then now you have this Zoom here, and then you have the OBS here. The idea is that you want to change this Zoom, the feed from my laptop camera with this feed from the webcam, the all three webcam, the composition. So how you do that is basically, maybe I stop this video first, and then I go to share, advanced, and content from the second camera. Okay, so we want to trick the Zoom thinking that this, let me put here, this one inside this composition is one camera. So in order to do that, in OBS, you go to start virtual camera. Okay, so now this thing, the OBS becomes as if like a camera. So we go back to the Zoom. What is the Zoom? Okay, we go to content from second camera. Okay, we share. Okay, and then we make close. Okay, so now switch camera. So you will find this virtual camera from the OBS. So we switch again. This is my laptop camera. Switch again. Yeah, now you see. So the Zoom now take the feed from the OBS. So that's a good sign lah. And because we want to reserve this laptop screen to show some image, whatever, so we want to bring this over here, over the desktop. So we just simply bring it here and make it small. Let me make it small there. Okay, and then this also I make it small. I put here. And yeah, looking good. And that's how you do it. It's a good idea for you to test the internet connectivity before the actual live stream, even though you already know that at the beginning I have shown you that I have wired connection, but still it's a good idea to check the internet after you connect with all the camera here with the actual Zoom meeting. So here I have this student willingly to to be with me and to test this internet. So can you say something?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you hear me?
We can.
Okay. So you need to check in terms of audio and also whether they are frozen or not. So you need to also ask them whether they can see you lagging or not. So can you see me lagging?
No, you are not lagging.
Yeah, okay. That's the important part lah. Double check your internet connection with the real Zoom meeting. Having a second monitor like this is fine if you don't do anything in front of it. But if the space is occupied, you need to put this monitor far away from you. So it makes you difficult to see what is on the monitor. For that reason, I'm using this projector. And for the monitor, I will use this whiteboard. You often see the streamer using the dedicated camera like this in order to get the live feed instead of using this webcam. Because if you see this camera, if I open it, okay, you can see inside that there are sensor, okay, the light sensor. The light sensor in the actual camera is much bigger than the light sensor inside the webcam. So, meaning that it can capture a lot of light and consequently give you a better image, especially in the low light condition. You can also get live feed from the camcorder, but of course the sensor inside this camcorder is much smaller than what in this camera. So the image quality for the camcorder will be lower than this camera. But both of these will give you higher resolution than your typical webcam. In order to get live feed from this camera or this camcorder, it also rely on HDMI connectivity like the projector over there. Streamers and gamers mostly stream using PC, and even their PC is gaming or high-end PC. But I'm just using this laptop, so everything is contained within this tiny box. No matter how powerful my processor, if I burden this laptop too much with HDMI input, then overheating can be a real problem. Remember, I must make sure my laptop can handle not only multiple camera, but also OBS and also zoom at the same time. I don't say it's impossible, just be aware of possible performance drop. I once stream using 3 webcam like this, 1, 2, 3, and also the projector over there, plus 1 camcorder, plus OBS, plus zoom simultaneously. So it all depends on your laptop, but if you use laptop, try not overburden it. One thing about this camcorder or this camera is that even though they use HDMI, they don't use the same HDMI connection like the projector. This, if you see, both are standard HDMI. Both are same size at the end. But this camcorder, if you look here, yeah, I hope you can see. Okay, so there is smaller connector for HDMI. And for the camera, if you see here, they have this little bit bigger HDMI output here. So there are different cable for different HDMI connectivity. For example, this is used for projector. You see both sides here. Both sides here is same size. The size of this is typically the one that you can see on your laptop or PC lah. It's a bigger. This we call it standard HDMI. For the camcorder, you see this side, one side is standard one, but another side is a small one. Okay, for the camera, the one that I just showed you, one side is standard, goes to your PC, but one side is a little bit bigger. You see, this is for the camcorder, this for the camera. So you need to find the correct cable for your, if you plan to get the HDMI output from either your camcorder like this or your camera like this. So let's try to get the live HDMI output from this camcorder using these cables. Okay, we already connect that thing. So in order to check whether our laptop register this camcorder, let's open the OBS. So now I'm in the OBS. So let's create a new scene. So let's say testing 3 and then OK. We go to the source. We add our video capture device because our camcorder is video capture device. So let's put camcorder there. Click OK. And then now this is, from before, this is basically the image from our side webcam. Okay, so find the camcorder from this list. So this is another webcam. This is top webcam. This is my camera webcam. This is our front webcam. This is I don't know what. This is no. This is OBS. So there are no camcorder registered from this device. And why is that? The reason is because to get a live HDMI output from camcorder or camera, you need a middleman. We call it a capture card. This is an example of capture card. If you see, there are like a slot that receive a HDMI connector from the cable connected to your camcorder, and the other side is this USB-like connector, which you will plug to your laptop. But this USB is USB 3, because remember, HDMI, they gather a lot of data, so you cannot use a typical USB 1 or USB 2. So this is USB 3. you need to find, is there any USB 3 port slot on your laptop first. And also good idea if you have a USB 3 slot in your what we call the extension hub. So after you've done your setup, go to the OBS again, and you know this is side view from the side cam. So you want to change that to the camcorder. So go to properties, and then you can see from the list here, you have Camlink 4K. Previously they are not there, but now they are because this is our capture card. So click that, and now it take the feed from the camcorder. So click OK. So now whatever coming from this camcorder is recorded in the OBS. One of the advantage of camcorder is that you can zoom it far. For example, like this, I can zoom in, 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 and then zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. If you use the webcam, they have only limited zoom range. Another advantage of this camcorder is that with this long cable, you can bring this camcorder far from this demo table, because sometimes I need to show something near the sink, which is over there. Okay, so I don't want to bring all my webcam, which is already fixed here, there. So what I can do is that I can bring my camcorder here, and then have the tripod over here, shoot to the apparatus, and then whenever I want to explain about this apparatus, I come here and I on the camcorder and explain. One thing about the camcorder though is that it relies on this battery. It's not like your webcam, because the webcam connected with the USB to the laptop, and the laptop is connected to the power source. So the battery is not a problem there. Because it's relied on the battery, make sure you just open it whenever you need it. And that's basically how you use this camcorder to get the live feed from the camcorder or from the camera. It's the same thing. And just one thing about this camcorder is that sometimes the image over there, the image from the OBS here, they are frozen. Now it's not, now it's okay, but there are times that they are frozen because remember this use HDMI, and as I said before, HDMI draw a lot of power because it gives more data, so it gives a burden, it poses a burden to this laptop. So sometimes over time, if you are doing the streaming long enough, it's often the case that you will see the footage frozen from the camcorder. From the webcam, it's okay, but from the camcorder, normally is can be problematic. That's why I try to avoid using the camcorder or the camera here for the live stream output. Yeah, live stream output. And you can get the same HDMI output from the camera using the same method. Okay. Take the appropriate cable, connect to the what we call the capture card, connect to the laptop, and then you get it. So let's try that first. Okay, we done the setup. So after the setup, we go to the OBS again. So this is our side view. So again, we go to the properties, and then we go to this Camlink 4K, because now it's because I'm connected now with this camera. So now it gives you the feed from the camera. Okay, so that is the feed from the camera there. Okay, so you can see that. So the resolution for the feed is much higher than if you use the what we call the webcam. The problem here, you can see something to need to be aware of. You see this, what we call the non-clean HDMI output. You can see there are a lot of what we call, a lot of this, the details here, detail of the camera. Certain camera have that option to remove this so that you get clean HDMI output. So that's one thing to be aware lah. And one thing to be aware of using this camera or any camera is that you need to check whether your camera is capable to do continuous, what we call continuous filming. Because this camera can only film maximum for 20 minutes and then it will shut off. And then in order to continue the recording again, you need to physically press the button lah, or using the remote. So this have the limit of recording for 20 minutes per one recording. And then you need to redo again, repeat again. Certain camera typically the modern camera nowadays, they have this continuous unlimited recording time. Okay, so two things to be aware about this, what we call the non-clean HDMI output, and also this whether your camera have this continuous duration of filming or not. Okay, now let's talk about the audio. This laptop microphone situated on the top here is basically omnidirectional, meaning that it can capture sound equally from all sides. So long I am near this laptop, for example, in front of the laptop or at the side of the laptop, using built-in laptop microphone is sufficient for the live stream. People can still hear it. For example, this is a sound that you can hear if I'm talking in front of the laptop, but using the audio from the microphone inside the laptop. And this is the sound that you hear if I'm talking near to the laptop but not facing the built-in mic in the laptop. Typically during the live stream, I will not put my laptop in front of me like this, because as I said before, I need this area clean in order to do my experiment. So this laptop will be situated somewhere over there. So it's around here. So let's mimic that. So maybe let's say I be here. So that is actual distance during the live stream where I put my laptop. And this is what the sound if I'm talking to the laptop. But during the live stream, I'm not talking to the laptop, but I'm talking to the audience in front. So they are webcam in front of me. So this is the sound that you can hear using the built-in laptop microphone if I'm talking straight to the front. Okay, but typically during the live stream, sometimes I need to move away. For example, let's say I have some apparatus here, some apparatus here, and I want to show the student about this using the live feed from the camcorder or whatsoever. So now I am quite far from the laptop. I don't know whether you can still hear me or not. So this is the audio from the laptop. And now I switch. So this is the audio from this wireless mic. Okay, so you can see I'm using this wireless mic. With the wireless mic, you have no restriction in terms of distance. So you can go far, you can go far. If let's say you have camcorder here, you can explain to the student whatever you want to explain here. In terms of sound, if the student want to ask something, you can just simply increase the volume in the laptop. So that's no problem. You can still hear the student say something else, the audience asking something from the speakers of the laptop. What's important is that the sound that your audience hear must be clear. This lavalier is basically connected to this, what we call this? This is transmitter. So this wireless transmitter, it will transmit the sound coming from this lavalier to the receiver that is located on my camera over there. But during live stream, I don't need this camera, because during live stream, I'm using this webcam, this webcam, this webcam, and the OBS. So I want to connect my receiver for this straight to this laptop. So let me disconnect the receiver first from the camera over there. So what you hear now is basically the sound of what we call coming from the laptop, because I already disconnect the receiver. So now this is the receiver and this is the transmitter. This transmitter I keep with myself. This receiver I want to connect with my laptop. So you see there are like audio jack here. So and my laptop also still have this audio jack. So let's say I just connect there. Okay. And then I on it. Just on both the receiver and transmitter. Okay, so which device you plug in, so just okay. And if you see here, if I'm talking from this lav mic, you can see that there are bar over there, so meaning that it detect the receiver is already get the sound from this transmitter. But now I want to see whether the OBS can recognize this thing, because here in OBS you can see we just set the source for our camera, the front view, side view, top view, but not yet the audio. So that's why you see there are nothing but there are no bar here. There are no bar desktop audio. Desktop audio here is basically, for example, let's say I want to make sound. Yeah. So it's connect there. Okay. So it detect the audio from the laptop. So this is important, because during the live stream, your audience will talk something. So that's why the desktop audio normally is default over there. So this is front view,
side view and top view, because there are no sound coming from this webcam. So there are whatever I said, there are no bar here. Now we want to add this thing. So this microphone, the external microphone. So because it's audio, so it's audio input capture. So I put audio capture. Let's say I put the name wireless mic, and then I click OK. So now they ask, as usual, they ask for us to check the device. So here I can see there are many source. Microphone array, synaptic audio is basically my laptop. Microphone, this thing, this is a webcam. This also webcam. This external microphone is basically is not this, because even though if I click here and I click OK, even though now you can see this wireless mic and then there are bar here, it is not this. It's not coming from this thing. To check that is that, let's say I go far, over there, and then you see whether still they are bar or not. So can you hear me? I don't know. I need to check later on. But I think you cannot hear me, because this wireless mic, it just detect wireless mic because they detect something on this what we call the audio jack, but it's not registered this thing. They just using the microphone mic for this bar lah. So the reason for that is because this thing, this audio jack, normally you use for the for the earphone like this. If you see the earphone, you see there are three. You see there are three rings over there. Okay, so there are three rings on this microphone. This microphone, three rings. Okay, but for this, if you look here, there are only two rings. Okay, so, I don't know whether you can see or not. So there are two rings only there. So it's two different things. Although it looks similar, there's two different things. Okay. So you cannot use this straight away to the laptop. You need to find the adapter. Okay. In fact, you cannot just connect this to your phone also. Even this two ring connector, normally the slot is on the camcorder, the slot on the camera, but not the slot on your laptop or on the microphone, the smartphone. Okay, so in order to get that, you need to find the adapter. Okay, so this is example of adapter. Okay, so you can see here, this is three ring. Can see it not? So this three ring. Okay, so this goes to the laptop, and this whatever here, they receive this two ring connector. Okay, so let's do that. So you can see here lah, it's much easier to see here. So I connect here, connect that, yeah, and then I connect this to here, and then I on this. Okay, the same thing like before, but now let's go to wireless mic and then properties. Let's check first. Okay, this external microphone. So now, even though the same thing external microphone as before, if I click OK now, this is coming from this Lavalier. Okay. Okay. Now I'm trying to go there again, and I believe you will hear me talking there now. So you still cannot hear me, right? The reason for that is because even though we connect everything correctly, so for example here you see the bar, and also here you can see also the bar here. The reason it does not capture the audio is because I don't record using OBS. I forget to record using OBS. I'm recording here, whatever sound that you hear now is basically recorded using this another software. Okay, so in order for me to record this OBS, the sound from this, because I put everything inside the OBS, so I need to record using OBS, not using this another third party recording software. So I bring this thing over there, and then in order to record, is just simply go to control and start recording. So now you see they are recording here at the bottom here. So now if I go now over there, now you can hear me because the sound is captured. So let me go again. So now I think you can hear me now. Okay, so that's the importance of audio. You need to double check. For the visual, for the video, normally you know if something is wrong. But for the audio, you can only know it after you check after you check it. So make sure you check the audio because the audio that can be problematic. Many times I record, I forget to change the audio and so on. So check the audio carefully if you want to record your OBS.
We are almost done with our audio visual setup. If you look here, I have this top view, I have side view, I have this front view. But if you look here, there are what we call there are shoe there, yeah. So it's good for me if I have a backdrop at the what we call at the back, so that it will not distract the viewer or the audience. And bear in mind also this top view here, they are white. Now I have this black laptop, so it's have contrast. But normally when this white and my background is white, they will be like I'm blending with the top view. So I want to differentiate, make a contrast. So I will put some backdrop at the back. So I'm just using this cardboard. People use a green screen, but I just use a cardboard. That's just okay. So that's done with the backdrop. You see now I have this black background at the back. But also on the side view here, I don't want my audience see whatever at the back because I want to focus something. For example, I put some beaker or whatever here. I don't want this background sort of like masking or blending with what I want to show. So I also want to put what we call some backdrop over here, the black backdrop over here. So let's do that. So that's how I create a side backdrop. You can see here on the OBS, so you have a black background here. So now if I put my hand here, it become more focused lah. So there are no distraction at the back. So that's how you do it. So now we're done with the backdrop at the back and also backdrop at the side view. But sometimes you are working far from the demo table, for example, at the sink area. So you want to also isolate this area in case you are filming this part, because you don't want your audience get distracted with whatever at the back, whatever there. Okay, so for that we use again this cardboard to create the backdrop. Yeah, so that's how you do it. You can adjust the space there, whatever, if you don't want to really what we call clean backdrop, so you can adjust accordingly this what we call this crevice here. One way to adjust that crevice is by using this masking tape. So just go here. And that's it. So backdrop is done, but as you can see on the table now, it's quite a mess with the cable. So it's time for cable management. You can use this masking tape again to manage your cable. And also we want to make sure this place is clear. I don't want to put the laptop here. This is place where I'll do a demo. So the laptop will go over there and then we will adjust the cable accordingly. So let's do that. And now you're done. So you have the empty space here for you to do all the what we call all the demo. But then you need to readjust your OBS, the scene in your OBS, because now you are moving the what we call the front camera and so on. So you can adjust on the OBS for that. But this is how you clean. After we're done with all the adjustment, it's time for us to check again our OBS. So in the OBS, you can see here now I have a like nice and clean place for the demo, and also on the side I have this black side view, so that if I put my hand there, you can see that is in focus. But if you see me myself here, I'm facing this way because I'm currently looking at the laptop camera. That's the reason why I put the webcam in front of me. Okay, so that I can have this OBS, I bring that over there, the projector over there. So now when I'm talking facing the webcam, and also I can see my control over there. So that's the reason of the projector and also the webcam here. And one more tip is that because I will bring this laptop home, it's a good idea to mark the area for this laptop, maybe using the marker, mark here, so that next time you come, the day of the streaming, you just come and bring the laptop and put back here. So you don't need to rethink again where to put, where to slot, where to adjust and so on. So that saves you a lot of time. I think that's all for this audio visual part. Is it done? Nope, it's just halfway, because remember the main thing of live stream is that the experiment itself. So it's about preparation of the experiment, also another chunk of the live stream preparation. So that I will cover in part 2. So you can find the video also on that, the part 2, this is part 1. So until next time, thank you for watching.